Hi! Are you curious about something? Or are there questions in your mind that are still left unanswered? Then listen to and watch this video. And today, we will learn about the scientific method. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates. What is a scientific method? It is an empirical method for acquiring knowledge that has characterized the development of science. In other words, it is the process by which science is carried out. It consists of several processes or steps, namely, asking a question, doing background research, constructing a hypothesis, experimenting, analyzing data, drawing conclusion, communicating results. So let us now discuss each step and answer common questions about the scientific method. First step, asking a question. The question can refer to the explanation of a specific observation. For example, why are the leaves of a plant green? Or can also be an open-ended question such as, how do you feel your lesson went today? This particular step frequently involves finding and evaluating evidence from previous experiments, personal scientific observations, as well as the work of other scientists. If the answer is already known, a different question that builds on the evidence can be posed. This step is considered as one of the most difficult parts since it greatly affects the outcome of the investigation. So let's answer one common question related to this step. Should the question be broad or specific? Well, the answer is it should be very specific because if it is broad, then there may be too many unknowns to test the question easily. Number 2, doing background research. Background research is the research that gives you some introductory knowledge about a topic. You can make use of the library and the internet to help you find the best way to do things and ensure that you don't repeat mistakes from the past. So, do all sources need to be documented? Yes. All sources that you use to carry out your investigation should be documented to avoid plagiarism. Step 3. Constructing a hypothesis. A hypothesis is an educated guess about how things work. It is an attempt to answer your question with an explanation that can be tested. What qualities should a good hypothesis have? It should be clear, simple, and testable. Can a hypothesis be wrong? No, a hypothesis can never be right or wrong. It is either supported or rejected by the experimental data. Step 4. Doing an experiment. This step allows you to test whether your prediction is accurate and thus your hypothesis is supported or not. It is important for your experiment to be a fair test to make sure that you only change one factor at a time while keeping all other conditions the same. An experiment consists of variables. These are the things that change in an experiment. It can be dependent, independent, or controlled. Step 5. Analyzing data. Once your experiment is complete, you collect your measurements and analyze them to see if they support your hypothesis or not. How do scientists analyze data? They look for differences in the dependent variable between the control and test groups. If differences exist in the dependent variables between the control and test groups, the independent variable may have had an effect. If there is none, the independent variable probably has no effect. Step 6. Drawing conclusion. A conclusion is a statement based on measurements and observations made in the experiment. The seventh and the last step is communicating your results. To complete your study, you will communicate your results to others in a final report and/or a display board. Professional scientists do almost exactly the same thing by publishing their final report in a scientific journal or by presenting their results on a poster or during a talk at a scientific meeting. So why do scientists communicate their result? This is done to advance the knowledge and understanding of the scientific community, and because it improves future investigations. That's all for today's video. I hope you learned something about the steps of a scientific method. See you again on our next science lesson.